Doing? Hi, good evening. We are now in March. So we're now in March, and for any new listeners or anybody who wants to come in to this little hub or this little unit or this little area of mine, welcome to these set of videos. Like you see, I like to wind down in the evening, everything done, and have a talk. So, what's been happening? It is March. So, I have some goals that I need to make, which I'm getting there. I need to do shout out to YouTube because I think since I've seen my videos, they send me, I think there's an algorithm or something. And I've had so many ideas and so many inspirations about how to get my financial freedom path rolling. So some of it have been interesting. Some of it, I watch it and it's hard to believe. And right now, I just got my iPhone. So if I'm going to make money, it has to be using my iPhone. Shout out to iPhone owners, because it is very reliable. Now, I'm not here to do a Samsung and iPhone versus, but let me tell you, my iPhone is reliable. Anyway, one of the big things I wanted to talk about is maybe the windows of opportunity that technology is opening for different people. And I guess I am taking the steps to build and be on the path to financial freedom. Now, that's me on that. Next topic is what is going on with the monarchy, with America, Listen, this is what I know, and this is what the good book says, or for those who don't think it's the book says this, okay? Everybody is a person. Whether you're a millionaire, whether you are poor, whether you are anything, there's, no matter what you have on this earth, okay, there's something built in us, okay, to have freedom, to have respect, to have an opportunity, and to be able to establish yourself freely without pressure, without lots and lots of demands. So why am I talking about this? Because I've heard lots of things going on about Harry and Meghan, and they're hot topic right now. And life can be hard when you're living it in front of the camera, in front of the world. Imagine turning on the TV and your name is everywhere. Like, how do you tune off? Like, you have to just, no social media, no TV. You just have to be in the book. That's how you have to be in the book, because in the book there is names that are mentioned, obviously. I guess they're the popular ones, but I think Harry and Meghan should be allowed to speak freely. And in a way, I'm really glad that she got an opportunity to see that kind of a world, because we get to see what is going on in that kind of the world, because it's like certain industries and certain companies, things are kept so secret, and it's like you're in a circle and you don't speak until one day that inner circle breaks, like familiar stories we've heard from time and time before. And for those who don't know the story about the Tower of Babel, where everyone came along, and then guess what? The languages came, because before we all spoke one language. And then the languages came and things just had to disperse. Okay? Listen, if you want to do an interview about your testimony to Oprah, then do it. If you want to get paid this amount of money, then do it. People think just because people have money, they don't have pain. Listen, Just because you have money does not mean you don't have pain, you don't have emotions, you don't have feelings, like just like a person who doesn't have money. We're built all the same. And it's really important to be free. In this, you have only one life. And even me, sometimes I'm thinking, am I living the best life? Am I being myself? Am I trying to put a face on? How can I be the best me freely? And I think you get that pressure when you're a teenager or when you're in school. You get this pressure of being a certain kind of person, that a certain personality kind of dominates. So you can't really be open and find yourself and know your talent and know who you are. And sometimes that can come out in a negative way. And if you've got the support, obviously you can turn that around. But if you don't have the support, you can't. And all I can say is, Harry and Meghan, if this is your testimony, then it's your testimony. The Queen and so many things that are happening at the same time, it just is. This is what life is like. Sometimes everything comes at you at the same time, and you know what? All you can do is hold on to his spiritual power. You have to hold on to God, because there's nothing more powerful. You are not more powerful. You can't bear these burdens alone. So, everyone's keeping their tongues tied. Everyone's trying. But all I can say is, I can relate to Meghan and Harry more. Even though they're the rich, I can relate to them in a way, because they just show that, even if we're rich, this is the fact of life. But, you have other side where you can't show that you have a feeling. Just because you're in power, you can't show that, if something's happened in your life, it's affecting you. And I think that's one of the benefits of this. Is one of the successes I've seen. I've seen many people. I mean, we can start from Jesus. He showed his weaknesses. Like, he is the greatest man. Like, anybody, you go most places, most people know who Jesus is. Okay, and he showed his weak side. He showed his testimony. Okay, people think that sometimes because you are powerful, that you can't give your testimony and show the person you are. Look at Joe Biden. Look at his testimony and look how he is now. When I hear Joe Biden's testimony, and before he became president, I saw his testimony with Oprah, and I was like, powerful. Even Oprah, I don't go into the ins and outs, and I'm not judging anybody, but I'm just saying, when I look at Oprah's testimony, powerful. Okay. And sometimes it's about sharing your testimony. It can make you the greatest person. And also, I think it's important to know how to share your testimony, because not everyone knows how to, because obviously you can't do an interview just crying all the way through. Nothing wrong with a few tears in there. But Harry and Meghan, live your life. Please, please, please fight for what you think is right. Because some of us who don't have your money, who don't have your status, even though we fight for what is right, we get crushed. I'm telling you now. So if you feel you've been wronged and you want to speak about it, fine. And if you want to give it on CBS, fine. If you want to give it on Oprah, listen. I'm in on it. I want to listen. So yeah, thanks for listening.